Welcome back to Stopping for Directions. I'm Brent Bailey, lead pastor here at Direction Church, and we're talking about speaking to our problems from our series entitled We Need to Talk. Now today, we're talking about your problems, not hearing your doubts. John 20:29 says, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believed." Now, of course, it would be easier to live for God, to move past our problems, if we knew the answer, if we felt the answer, if we could hold the answer in our hands. It would be easier if we felt healed, if we saw the money in our bank account or whatever. I remember one time I went through this ATM behind a guy in a broke down, rusted, primer colored pickup truck. And as he pulled away, he left his receipt hanging from the machine. Now I pulled up, and of course I had to grab the receipt so I could stick my card in there. And when I pulled his receipt out, I saw his balance in there said $25,000 plus. Now, I know that that makes your day-to-day challenges a lot easier, knowing that if you have that kind of money in the bank. However, it's a decision to believe regardless of what we see. In Romans chapter 10, verse 17 in the Message Bible, it says, "Before you can believe, you have to listen. But unless Christ's word is preached, there is nothing to hear." Now, if you're speaking something that you believe contrary to what God's word says, you're putting your faith in that more than God's word. And that's the thing that you'll see happen to your problems. If you're constantly saying how much you expect things to get worse, to be bad, to go south, if you're speaking your doubts about God's words, then actually you're empowering your problem to grow. Now, if I show you a picture of this baggie and I ask, how many of you believe there's a sandwich in this bag? Now, those of you who raised your hand, I actually want to say to you, you're wrong. You don't believe it. You know it because you see it. Now, let me ask you this. If I say, how many of you think there's a sandwich in this bag? Now you have to ask yourself the question, have I heard there's a sandwich in that bag? And if you hear there's a sandwich in that bag, then you have to decide whether you believe that or not. Why? Because you can't see it. Don't empower your problems by speaking what you doubt about God's word. Make a decision to believe God's word and speak that out of your mouth and watch your problems shrink, change, and disappear. Now, if you'd like to relive this series in its entirety, you can watch it on our YouTube channel or listen to it on our podcast by following the links right here. Now, this Sunday, we'd love to have you come out. Join us at 10 a.m. at 5850 Lakehurst Drive in Orlando. It's our weekly worship experience right here at Direction.